Have you ever drank 3 sips from a bottle and temporarily lost your eyesight as you drift into the darkness of the void? If you haven't, you clearly haven't tried any moonshine, one of the greatest inventions of our time. In a nutshell, moonshine is essentially an illegally brewed, stronger version of whiskey. It's also very, very valuable and therefore highly sought after. The families of the Commonwealth have been frantically searching for the location of the quote-unquote Moonshine Man. The Moonshine Man sells moonshine stills, which is the actual contraption which allows you to brew the shine. People have been out searching for this man for days on end, without seeing so much of a glimpse of him. As shine is worth roughly 2.5 times the price of swamp herb, the location of this man would essentially enable you to double your current income. It was a race against time to find the location of this Moonshine Man, for whoever finds his location first will profit greatly, not only from the shine, but the selected distribution of its location. But before we get into all that, let's take a look at what I've been up to this week. Firstly, I thought myself something of a comedian and began telling jokes at Doyle's Tavern. How about this one? Did you hear the rumour about the butter? Well, I'm not going to spread it.
Oh my god.
However, we heard a commotion outside of the tavern when we stepped out into the street. A man was rustling through my saddlebags. Naturally, we tied him up and threatened him, but we had no intention of killing him. So we go back inside the tavern and continue our previous conversation. Not 10 minutes later, we hear another commotion outside of the tavern. We burst out into the street and see the same man once again rustling through my bloody saddlebags. He immediately jumped on my horse and tried to flee. We pursued on foot down the road towards the general store, where we find the man struggling to control the horse and he begins to make a run for it. I shout a warning to the man, but he continues running. I aim my revolver and fire. The first shot narrowly missed the man. However, he wasn't so lucky the second time around. The man fell to the floor, where we find him in a pool of his own blood. We take him out of the gaze of the public eye towards the back of the docks. There, I proceed to cut off his right pinky finger. There you go, you little bastard. So I'm going to take your left eye, right, and then we're square. And remember this face. If you ever steal from my saddlebags again, I'm going to blow your kneecaps out, alright? Yes! Yes! Steal from me now, will you fucking bastard? I then carve out the man's left eye with my hunting knife. We then alert some patrolling lawmen of the body, who then take the man and ourselves down to the station. The man is facing some serious jail time, and we are asked to provide witness statements of the incident. I decided that now would be a perfect opportunity to test out some of my new jokes. Alright, so...
Okay, in your words, what happened?
So we were sat at Doyle's Tavern. We're opening on Saturday, you see, so we were just trying to lighten the mood. We were telling some jokes. Yeah, we were telling some really good jokes, Mr. Officer. I mean, have you heard that one about the butter?
I have not.
No, well, I'm not going to spread it. So, we were...
Okay, I'll give it up.
Later that day, Charlie tells us of how a man named Mr. Black has found the location of this Moonshine Man, but doesn't know the process of actually making the shine. He agreed an exchange of information with Mr. Black. Mr. Black had then given us a moonshine still as a gesture of good faith, along with the location of the Moonshine Man. In return, we offered to take him along with us and show him the full process of cooking the shine. This would be a very beneficial deal for both parties, and we seized the opportunity with both hands. Using boats, we sailed to a nearby island to begin our first cook. The air was alive with anticipation. We had waited so long for this moment, and now it had finally arrived. We spent the next few hours tinkering with the still, figuring out how it all worked and what the most efficient cooking method was. However, after a while, mistakes were made. Our still had built up too much pressure, and we all know that pressure bursts pipes.
But like we were saying before, we give him a shout. You have 5 seconds to turn your boat around.
That didn't sound too good.
However, all was not lost, as we had not only made a decent amount of moonshine, but we also had the method figured out for future runs. This process would be very lucrative for the Royals, allowing us to mass produce a large amount of shine and sell it to the local populace. Only time will tell how successful we will be, whether we would end up in Siska for our crimes, or if we would go on to amass a fortune in moonshine. All I know is, we're off to a very good start.